Hello.
Hello.
Good
Mr.
afternoon.
President.
Hi.
Tracy, how are
Hello,
you?
Tracy.
How are you?
Dan Huff.
Oh,
Hi, Dan.
Tracy.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, sir.
How are you?
Very
Who do
well.
you want to sit where?
Doesn't matter. Have a seat.
Okay.
Okay, all right, I'll sit here.
All right.
We've been used to sitting this way.
I'm sure you have.
You can unbutton your.
Mr. Clinton, I have to ask you, it's in the news today. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. I just had a little, excuse me, little fluid buildup after my surgery. I had it before we went to Asia, but you can't have this surgery because it might leave a little air pocket for a few days, so you can't fly. So I've just been waiting for the opportunity to do it. I'm fine. It's in a small percentage of the cases where you have the bypass surgery, you have fluid buildup outside the lung in the pleural cavity, and I just have to have it drained. It's no big deal. It'll be fine.
Wasn't any impact from your travels?
No.
He
It was
going
there.
a mile a minute. I can attest to that.
We're going to.
With him?
No, I can't keep on him.
I tried.
We're going to Florida right now to play golf tomorrow, so I'm not too sick.
I can attest to that.
Did you keep
going
up
to-
with him?
No, I can't keep on him.
I tried.
We're going to Florida right now to play golf tomorrow, so I'm not too sick. On the American military people and the USAID people and the American.
This was drawn by a young child who was asked by the teacher to let it all out, to tell us what you really felt in crayon. And this is the child's mother drowning at sea. And you see that, and you see the little kids working on these pictures. Then there was a couple of others that it might bring it out. There's one that shows the support from, is that the helicopter one?
Yeah, see, here's another child showed the helicopter and the ships, the military helicopter and the ships bringing support to people to try to help them start again, and giving a ladder, a lifeline up, and a rope.
These are young kids. Here's the darkness to try to, you say to a kid, now tell us what it seemed like. He grabs a black crayon, a black pencil to show the horror of this thing. I mean, that was the part that moved me the most, was the children. And yet, on the upbeat side of it were the people that were teaching them and helping them get over this terrible crisis in their hearts and in their minds, which was just wonderful. But it was tough. I mean,
Yeah, I think that the people, the American people who have given money to this effort would really be heartened to see the people here, the private citizens from America and around the world, they're working with these children, asking them to, basically work through their feelings with these drawings. And it's very helpful for them, very therapeutic, and boy, it was moving to us.
Transportation, etc. So I left feeling, perhaps President Clinton.
We heard a little bit of this in Sri Lanka, but my instinct is that this had such a profound impact on the world's thinking that public opinion in every country in the world will want us to finish the job. That's what I believe. I know that's what Americans will think. In enormous distances, they may have to rework the property rights. I would say it varies a little bit from country to country, but this takes some time to get right. And I think that it's been, let me say this, it may not be perfect, but it's better than I thought it would be by and large.
I would agree with that. That definitely agree with that.
But this takes some time to get right.
What kind of a pleasure was it to travel with each other? You seem to have developed a rather remarkable relationship.
Well, the irony is that there was, if you call this remarkable, it existed before we ran against each other, before he beat me and made me unemployed. And needless to say, when that happened, I wasn't the most happy guy in the world. But then after that, why, we've had a pleasant relationship. But the important thing about your question is it sent a signal to countries, not just the countries we visited, but to countries from Europe, countries around the world. American politics can be tough, elbows out, but it also is something bigger than that. No matter whether you're Democrat or Republican, it's something bigger, and that's helping others.
It's not to say their differences don't matter, not to say they shouldn't have political arguments, but I think if we remembered our common humanity, it would make our politics work better, not worse.